everyone.
Hello.
I'm sorry I'm so blown out today. My camera keeps auto exposing. It's so annoying. One day we're going to record episodes and I'm going to set up my nice camera to shoot with instead of my webcam.
I mean, I'm on a webcam too, so
Hi. Good morning, everyone. It may not be morning for you, but it's morning for us right now.
Sure as hell is for us.
I'm Paula.
I'm Katrina.
We're the Gallifrey Gals.
And today we're getting Wibbly Wobbly.
That's right. We are somehow, in some crazy way, starting series 8, which do you remember? I know we say this all the time, y'all, but it's like when we first started watching, and it was like, wow, Capaldi is so far away. Even I was like, Matt Smith is so far away.
I'll never forget when we sat down to watch the first episode and you looked at me and went, so David Tennant? And I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, you have no idea. We have so much to get through. And now here we are, Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi.
I'm so fucking excited. And I say that every single time too.
You do. Yeah, it's true.
It is very true. And it's so funny because we're coming up to a conflicting time for myself. Because I have only watched series 8 and series 9 one time. And so I feel like it's going to be very similar to like when we first started TNG, the first 2 seasons. You were like, I don't remember this episode. You were like, I don't remember. I feel like it's going to be a little similar with a couple of these. Yeah. I'm going to be like, what?
Well, and as we get closer and closer to live episodes, that's going to be more and more the case. You've had less opportunity to watch and rewatch things that have come out more recently, I would think.
Well, I've watched Jodie's seasons 2 times already.
Oh, okay. So well, color me incorrect.
If that says anything. Because we are coming up to a time where I really was feeling very frustrated with Moffat for a few reasons. And I've also discussed it. Like I was really bitter towards Clara when I first watched it. So I definitely had a hard time going through it. But I am very excited to reapproach it with slightly new opinions. I'm interested to see how, if anything, will change when I rewatch these 2 seasons. But something that I do remember and I do stand by is that I loved Capaldi from the moment he stepped on screen. There are things that I might not have enjoyed throughout the season 8 and 9, but I loved him throughout the whole fucking thing.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to see a different dynamic between Clara and the Doctor, and to see someone of a different age bracket we were talking about play the Doctor, because everyone we watched up to this point has been kind of like young, hot Doctor, really. And not that Peter Capaldi is not an attractive person, but he's of a different age bracket. And so I'm really excited to see just how that plays out, I guess. I think it'll just be like a little bit different, and I like it. I think it's time for a slightly different kind of vibe.
I think there's a comment that I want to make, but I'm gonna save it for the end of the episode, and I'm gonna write it right now so I don't forget.
Oh boy, it's gonna be like, well, before we had a young hot Doctor, now we have slightly older hot Doctor.
No, there's just something I just don't want to say it as like some might see it as like a spoil, but I don't want to do that. But no, I mean, I'll say it right now. Peter Capaldi, you fine as fuck. I'm still attracted to Peter Capaldi. But yes, he's definitely in the older bracket. He's not, I mean, Matt Smith was 26 when he got cast as the Doctor, or 27, whatever. Literally my age now. And it's like, that's a little bit younger. Capaldi's a little bit older. And it's any user.
Hi, YouTube. You missed me scrolling IMDb for Peter Capaldi credits.
Or fine.
Did we watch this episode? What is there anything you need to tell me?
It is called Deep Breath. And with that, I say let's watch Doctor Who.
Let's watch it. Pretty close. A dinosaur? They're just looking for Littlefoot. Wow. Well, they spent some money on that dino.
See you later, Big Ben.
There seems to be something lodged in its
It's the doctor.
How could it time travel?
No, the TARDIS is lodged in its throat.
Could you imagine?
This is just like my morning with Luna barfing up her breakfast.
There's your TARDIS.
Amazing.
The green one?
It's funny
Green one. Or it could be the other way around.
that it takes them a second to like kind of remember.
Oh, you
Like
remember
things.
process.
Like her haircut.
They're not me one. They're asking questions.
Yeah.
Names, not my area.
Names.
Oh my gosh, she makes me want to cut my hair like that.
Might not be.
What do we do?
Well, you wait, I
don't
think.
understand. Who is he?
It's the
Where's the
doctor.
Right here.
Have they never seen the doctor? Did they not know the doctor regenerates?
They only know him as Matt.
Oh.
The doctor. Well then, here we go again.
What's the point? You're just missing the room and don't look in that mirror. It's absolutely furious.
That's you, friend.
Passing out.
Well, of course I keep passing out. There's all these beds. Why do you keep talking like that? I never bother with sleeping. I just do standing up cat naps.
How interesting.
Yeah, she's like,
I love monkeys, they're so fun.
I'm gonna knock him out.
So people are monkeys now, are they?
Crashing about everywhere. The doctor was gone. The TARDIS went haywire.
He's not gone.
The doctor was
He's
not gone.
upstairs.
You thought he was young?
He looked young.
He looked like your dashing young gentleman friend. Your lover, even.
Shut up.
I love that conversation they just had.
I'm very much on Vastra's side. Like,
Well,
I
but
feel-
Clara doesn't understand. She's like the first time any of us goes through a doctor change, you know? She
Yes,
doesn't, he never tells them what to expect.
Nope, she knew. She knew about him regenerating.
It's still, we can talk about it at the end, but like,
Yeah.
I think she's the audience in a way.
A little
Like,
bit, but we'll
it's
talk
hard
about
to
it more.
accept. But yeah, we'll talk about it at the end.
I am married.
Are you judging me?
Wow, they're being so harsh with her.
The doctor regenerated in your presence. The young man disappeared, the veil lifted. He trusted you.
And you chose
Are
to
you
judge
judging
him.
him?
I'm not sure who you think you're talking to right now, Madam Vastra, but I have never had the slightest interest in pretty young men. And for the record, if there was anybody who could flirt with a mountain range, she's probably standing in front of you right now. Do not assume that I am so easily distracted.
Jenny.
Sorry.
It was a very passionately delivered monologue. I don't believe it though.
Goodness
I
me.
don't either.
I think it's okay to expect people to have an adjustment period, but also she absolutely had a thing for
My thing is
11.
the
Come on.
Yes, my thing is the denial of having feelings for him
Like
and
obviously.
pretending like it's not on her at all.
That's not how I meet girls, but don't worry. I promise I will get you home.
Oh, what a horrible way to die. Why? What happened? Who did it?
Sorry. If all the pudding brains are gawking, then what is he?
Oh, look at this classic Clara.
She just looks so good.
She
in this
fits
era.
in period pieces really well, yeah.
Her little bustle.
Bitey. Bitey? Yeah. Have you seen this face before?
No.
Are you sure? Why did I choose this face?
Because you feel old and tired and
Like I'm
sad.
trying to tell myself something.
I don't like it.
What?
Your face.
Well, I don't like it either. It's all right up until the eyebrows. Then it just goes haywire. Look at the eyebrows. They're attack eyebrows. You can take bottle tops off with these.
Mighty eyebrows indeed.
They're cross.
They're cross.
They're crosser than the rest of my face.
That's for her.
The game is afoot.
On the other side of the page. Yep. Nice. Well done, Clara. Good puzzle solving.
Uh-huh.
Been digging in trash, my dude.
I don't know. I didn't place the ad. You placed it.
What brought them here?
You placed the ad. I figured it out. Impossible girl.
No one else is noticing them or his smell, but they look weird. Yeah.
You just said to
I love this dynamic so far.
Look.
Look without looking.
We could just casually stroll out of here like we've changed our minds.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time. Yeah, it's totally fine.
If we changed our minds, that happens all the time.
No.
Creepy. Oh my gosh, the sounds.
I hate it.
I think we are the menu.
Lungs, skin.
Ew. Cool.
Robot in a mask.
Good. Great.
Yeah,
It's a real
very
face.
convincing.
No, it's real. Oh my gosh.
No, it's her face.
This is so weird and steampunk and creepy and horrible.
I love it.
Is it okay if I don't?
We've got one shot at this.
Next time, make one that doesn't roll.
Go!
Make one that doesn't roll. Oh, don't kick it away! Clara, you piece of shit. Get it!
It's times like this, Miss Amy. Nothing.
Fucking hell, show. Chill out.
No, we're here.
Are you sure?
Sure, not sure. One or the other.
Okay, so
50-50.
half man, half robot, cyborg, yeah?
I've seen this before. I'm missing something.
Oh no.
There's no point in them catching us both.
Oh, give me the screwdriver.
I'm sorry, what? Doctor?
I might need it.
Excuse me? Oh, fuck him. This better be because he has a plan and thinks she's gonna distract him while he does the thing, but he should have been like, it's okay, I'll come back for you. Like his old selves would have. That's as long as I can online. But I started before she did.
Okay, I tried. Oh my god.
Oh, Clara.
You got this.
Oh, look at her.
You poor thing. Oh.
Wow, she held her breath for so long. Oh.
Bring her.
You have to kill me. Threats don't work unless you deliver.
Absolutely.
She's like, I know, because I've made a lot of empty threats.
Humans feel pain.
Bigger threat to smaller threat. See what I mean? Backwards.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yes. I'm crying, and it's just because I am very frightened of you.
Gosh, she's really grown on me, KATRINA. I love her in this scene.
Within the optic nerve of the dinosaur is material of use to our computer systems.
Killing it in this scene.
Yeah.
Where he will always be. If the Doctor is still the Doctor, he will have my back. Go on, please, God, say I'm right.
Oh my gosh. He put on someone else's face. He's like, whatever.
Hello. That's how you disguise yourself as a droid.
Yeah, well, I didn't have a lot of time. I've been suddenly abandoned.
Yeah, sorry. No, actually, I'm not. You're brilliant on adrenaline.
They sent you
They
in here
wouldn't
with
have
a
sent
word.
you here without a word. Look at them coming down on Ninja.
Hang on, she called the police. We never do that. We should stop.
We never do that. We should call the
Disguise, if you will.
police.
They're still gonna close your restaurant.
They're still gonna close your restaurant.
It's gonna sound better.
Then we will destroy you. What are you doing?
I've got the horrible feeling I'm gonna have to kill you.
The escape pod is viable.
Huh? You can't patch up a spaceship with human remains, you know?
Wait, it is kind of like Girl in the Fireplace.
It is.
Because that spaceship was trying to take the people.
Sister ship of the Madame de Pompadour. You have replaced every piece of yourself, mechanical and organic, time and time.
Gosh, it's so interesting, the parallels
Left.
of the Doctor in
Can't even
this.
remember where you got that face from.
Oh boy. I mean, this could almost be about the Doctor. Obviously, that's the point, but
he's looking
I
at
love
himself
it.
right now.
Don't make assumptions about how far I will go to protect them because I've already come a very long way. And unlike you, I do not expect to reach the promised land.
oh. Holy shit.
Who perhaps has, by instinct, already dressed?
Yeah.
I just wanted a change of clothes. Clara,
It's still him.
Give him hell, he'll always need it.
That's true. Look at his little bookcase.
For over 2,000 years.
2,000 years.
I've made many mistakes.
Ooh.
What do you think?
I love it. I love you.
Hello? Yes, it's you. Who's this?
It's me, Clara. The doctor. I'm phoning you from Trends. From before I changed.
Why? Why would you do this?
Because I think it's gonna be a whopper. And I think you might be scared. The man you are with right now.
It's me.
The man I hope you are with. Believe me, he is more scared than anything you can imagine right now. Sounds old. Please tell me I didn't get old, anything but old. Clara, please, help him. Go on. Goodbye, Clara.
Wow. He said goodbye to her.
I'm not on the phone, I'm right here. Standing in front of you.
Smush his face around like a hook. Oh, there you are, Doctor.
Right.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that. I missed
I missed you. Always miss.
Where are we?
Glasgow, I think. Do you want to go and get some coffee or
He's so cute.
chips or
Chips.
something, or chips and coffee?
Coffee.
Boy, friend.
Now, did he push you out of that thing? Or did you fall? Couldn't really tell. But where do you think you are?
Promised Land?
Look around you.
Who the heck is this?
The promised land. To heaven.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it's fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. Everyone watching, it's fine, right? Totally fine. I feel like I can't breathe.
Sorry, I'm watching what I'm not supposed to be watching, which is next time on.
You watched it, you little fucker.
Sure did.
I exited out of it. What a little shit.
You didn't tell me to exit out. I don't know what I am supposed to watch and what I'm not supposed to watch, Katrina.
Yeah, so we got a new character introduction there at the end. No idea who she is.
Obviously the big bad of the season. Let's be real. That's my thought. Like, that's that. Guess we're going to stick with this whole little steampunk Victorian thing.
It's a whole vibe.
I liked that episode a lot. I think it was nice to have the show in its own way kind of address. We get it sometimes, but I really felt like this episode really was like, there's a struggle. And even if you know, even going in and knowing the doctor's going to change, having to deal with the reality of that, especially because he's very different as he's finishing out his regeneration process. He's not himself. And that is scary. One, you're stuck in a completely different time from where you live. You're with someone who looks totally different. They're not acting like themselves. They don't even remember your name at first. Like, of course she's gonna freak out. Like, of course she is. I think it's a little straight. The show, I think they were a little mean to her in this episode. They were a little mean to the character in a way that I actually at this point don't feel like was super justified. But also when she was like, I'm not in love with the doctor. I'm like, all right, well, you're lying. But and obviously she's lying. But I love that he called her because he's the one who left the message I was like, the doctor left the message in the newspaper for them. This doctor doesn't remember it. But I think that was Matt Smith who did that. 11. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
maybe
that's my theory.
What Capaldi was talking about was at the end there when he said, "Who did you get that phone number from?" All the way back when Clara first called him about the internet, she said, "A woman gave me your number." And so Capaldi hinted that it might have been the woman
that's interesting.
who wanted to keep them together. He said,
Oh, the one at the end, maybe. Yeah,
he
maybe,
said,
maybe
there's
so.
someone out there that wants to keep us together for some reason.
Yeah, maybe so. I didn't even remember. Honestly, I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know what phone number and what woman in the shop they're even talking about. We watched so much since then. Like, it's so hard to keep track for me of the little details, even with binging. There's been a lot we've watched since then.
We never actually saw the woman that gave her the number. It was just, she called, and that's when it was the Bells of St. John.
Yeah.
And he's like, how did you get this? And she's like, the woman in the shop. And he's like, what? Like, how did you get this number? So
I love that he calls her and gets to like be like, hey, say goodbye and be like, the person who's there, that's still me. And then when
he's
12
terrified.
is like, I know what I said to you because I said it. And I think it was really nice.
So,
and Peter Capaldi is going to be absolutely beautiful in this role.
Yes.
His acting is mind-blowing.
Phenomenal.
Holy cow. And I think
I'm just pulled in by him.
I'm ready. I feel so ready for him. Like I like him so much already.
Yep. That's exactly how I felt when I first watched it. And also when I first watched this, as I've said before, I had a much nastier taste in my mouth towards Clara. So me personally, when I first saw this, I fucking loved how much they trashed her through this whole episode. I loved it. I was feeding off of it. I was like, yeah, fuck her. Rewatching it, like, there's obvious, I had a much more empathy for her this time around.
Yeah.
But also it's upsetting the same way that I was annoyed with Rose when David Tennant first came on. And also Rose didn't know that he could regenerate. But that whole first
Rose had a hard
episode,
time.
She had a hard time. And I was annoyed with her then too. And she was like, he's not the doctor. It was just like, shut the fuck up. Yes, he is. So that's not just Clara. That's something that I was annoyed at Rose when it happened. I was like, shut the fuck up. It's the doctor. Get over yourself. Which is how I felt in this moment where I was like, just shut the fuck up. It's him. You knew he was going to regenerate.
I just still think even knowing change is hard. I mean, I'm a person just watching a fictional show
and it's hard
about the change and I have a hard time with it. Imagine living that scenario. It would be so difficult.
It would be very, very hard. But this is also where I get annoyed with how Moffat writes her.
I don't think it's fair for him to write her one way and then have the other characters like shit on her for it. It's kind of like, well,
that's what rewatching it this go around. It's like, Moffat, you made Clara what she is. Like, you wrote her to be this character. You wrote her this way. And now you're going to write this episode where you're trashing her for how you wrote her. Like, So there's aspects of Moffat moving forward where I'm just like, hypocrite. But on the other end of it, like I said, I had so much more empathy for her in this go around. And I really had a lot more like respect for her because she is very fucking capable. She
is not a damsel in distress.
Absolutely.
I mean, none of the companions ever are, but like, oh boy. She's really
hold her own.
I like her a lot at this point. I really do. She bothered me at first, but she's really, my heart has softened to her quite a bit.
Yes.
And especially in the last few episodes, and I was pretty on her side this whole episode.
Yeah. I was much more on her side than I have been before. But the one thing that I wanted to say beforehand, but I didn't because I wanted to.
Oh yeah, you wrote it down.
I did. So at the end there, he talks about how he's like, I'm 2,000 years old. I'm, like
2000s because all that time he spent in Christmas.
Yes, and I, as much as I've loved having a young doctor, as much as I've enjoyed, Eccleston, Tennant, and Smith for what they brought to it. I didn't even realize it until seeing Capaldi for the first time. I wanted a grumpy doctor. give me a 2,000-year-old grumpy man, because how could you not be grumpy? Like, how could you not have
just
a
be
little
like
bit of
constantly
attitude?
over all this shit?
Yeah, like he's done. He's just like, just doesn't have the fucking time for
You're
it.
just like, look, I'm done with this angst. I'm just like over it.
I'm just over it. And I was just so excited. I loved that aspect. I was like, yes, give me a grumpy old doctor. Like, I want that. And I feel like Capaldi, like, just, I don't know, like encapsulates that like just so well. While still having that light doctor feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said it during the episode, but just based on, I don't know exactly how it'll get edited, so I'll say again here. I really enjoyed the parallels in the story of what was happening with the clockwork droids and the doctor, and this whole idea of like replacing your parts and what are you running from again. And what's the end game here, and do you even know where you got this face from, and just all of that. Just the parallels of that. I just think that was such a smart way to have that running storyline that was basically also about what the doctor was going through at this time. And it's so interesting
when he holds up that plate. Not only is he making the clockwork guy
he's looking at himself.
He's looking at himself like, oh, fuck. You know?
And that his whole monologue about like, why did I give myself this face this time? What am I trying to tell myself? And
that is one of, if not my favorite scene. I love that whole scene in the alleyway with the other homeless man. Like there's just something about it that was just so like, yes, this is the doctor. You are the doctor. And I just love him so much. And the eyebrow line is my favorite. Like, why are they so cross? Like,
also, he gets more Scottish as the episode goes along, right? Once he realizes in the alley, he's like, oh, wait, I'm Scottish. Because I felt like earlier in the episode, and I couldn't tell if it was just my ear not being used to a new voice yet, or if he was kind of like softening the accent until he like really settles into it in that alley scene. And he's like, I'm Scottish. And then I was like, oh yeah, he's really Scottish. But in the first part of the episode, I kept being like, is he being Scottish or is he not? And I couldn't tell. And I'm not sure if that was just my ear like having to adjust, or if that was a choice. So I guess I'm curious what other people have noticed about that.
I don't think I paid enough attention to notice that. Like I'm not sure off the top of my head. But that's an interesting.
Like as he's switching from 11 to 12, and as they take, like maybe, I don't know. I guess y'all watching, let me know. Did I imagine that? Am I reading into it a thing that isn't there, or do you think that's true? I guess so.
We're here. We started. We're on Capaldi.
I mean, look, I'm speaking very early, but depending on what happens with Capaldi, he
might be your doctor.
He might rival David Tennant for me, which is funny, both Scottish actors.
Right.
But I don't know. That's obviously, it's very early to make a statement like that. But
I also understand where you're coming from, because I was very much the same. Capaldi is up there for me. Like, so good. And I'm also excited because we've seen some of Baker now. While we were watching Baker, I told you there were a couple moments where I was like, he reminds me of Capaldi, or I guess Capaldi reminds me of Baker sometimes.
I'm glad we watched all that stuff, because there was some references to like classic things in this episode. I'm like, oh, I get that. I get the thing about the circles. I get the thing about this.
I want more round things. Yeah. I miss the round things.
Or even like his thing. I would have gotten the comment about the scarf anyway, but I caught it even more. Even
more, because you've seen him running around with it dragging on the floor behind him. No, I'm done with that. That's stupid. Oh, well, there we go. We've started it. We've seen Capaldi.
That's it, yeah.
Old 2,000-year-old Time Lord.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next. And I'm excited for me to be like kind of settled in my heart about Clara. I'm enthusiastic about watching the two of them together.
I feel like I'm very interested moving forward to see how some of these episodes are going to hit different, because I truly, when I first watched this episode, I literally was thriving off of the like them tearing down Clara, and then rewatching it, it's like, that's not fair. And I own that.
It's okay.
So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't say their name yet because they didn't say it. So
nope.
But Michelle Gomez.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right. Well, catch your Gallifrey gals next time.
As we watch more Who?
The Doctor. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.